welcome back. I'm Mary Jo, also known as Sewjo, and this is my channel where I talk about all my quilty stitchy things. And I just got an order in from Fat Quarter Shop, so let's see what I bought this time. Let me open it up. Okay, so, well, I got this paper. I don't really need that. Then I have this. So this is a cutting mat, just a small cutting mat with measurements up to 5 by 7. The actual cutting mat measures 6 by 8, but it have measures up to 5 by 7. Now this was free with a $40 purchase or more, and now it came from the Sew Sampler box, the March Sew Sampler box. So I got that. That is free. Then I got some sale stuff. Now in March, I did get this, I don't know, a little bit ago. I did order this the end of March, so it hasn't been sitting around too long. But Fat Quarter Shop ships things out very quickly. I'm in Ohio, and I usually get things in a couple days. But in March, their notion of the months was Sewline products. So I got a couple of these Sewline click pencils. Now, my marking tool of choice is usually just a plain pencil, which I have. It's actually a Sewline pencil, but you could use a regular pencil to mark diagonals and that sort of stuff on the back of fabrics. Now, I don't mark on the front normally, but if I do, I would use either an air erasable or a water erasable. I don't really use any of those friction pens. But, so my favorite tool is, like I said, that pencil. However, sometimes that pencil line can be hard to see on darker fabrics. So I decided to get some different colored pencils. Now let's see, these were on sale. I think they were like $2.02 or something like that. $2.01. $2.01. So let me open them up. So this is a white one. Oh no, this is the blue one. Sorry. Just a blue click pencil. A blue one. There we go. This is the white one. Now, every month, Fat Quarter Shop has like a notion of the month where they take like a group of products and have them on sale. Like I said, March was the Sewline, so that's why I got these. This month in April, I think it's Clover products, I think. That's my white pencil. And my pink pencil. And then I also got some lead here, some ceramic lead refills, if I can get it open. That's just some lead refills now for my click pencil that I usually use. So I got those marking tools, and the rest is a bunch of fabric, a bunch of yardage. Let me organize it a little bit here. So I have these big bunch of fabric. Now this is the last of my shopping spree for a while. My shopping spree that I've kind of been on lately. So why did I get this yardage? Well, I got this yardage to go with some of the layer cakes I bought from Green Fairy Quilts. So let's see. First up, I have these. And I got that to go with this layer cake. This End from the Cold layer cake by Heather Peterson. There's a look at all the fabrics on the back. So I grabbed some yardage out of this line. So let's see. So I grabbed that yardage, which I figured I could use for a border. And then I grabbed this for a binding. So this, and this. And then I can use some of my solids for a background. So I like to call these quilt kits because there's all kinds of patterns out there you can use for layer cakes. And then I've got a border and a binding with my background. So I got that. Well, let's see what else I got. Then I have this. So this is for this layer cake, which is Sea Glass Summer from Sweet Fire Roads by Moda. I don't have a picture on the back where I could show you all those things. Now, I really like this layer cake. I got all my pre-cut dust flying around here. So, I have this. And then I decided to get this for kind of an inner border. This darker one for an outer border. And this will be my binding. So I've kind of created another kit. Plus, I really, really like that fabric. So I got some other yardage. Now I could transfer or switch those out if I wanted to whenever I may decide I didn't like it better. But I kind of got this to make like a 3-yard quilt. So again, this is from that Sea Glass Summer. So I have this print. Then I have this gold print to kind of go with that. And this will be my 3rd yard. So I'm going to make a 3-yard quilt out of that. At least that's my plan. So I can kind of call that yet another kit. Okay, next. What else did I get? More yardage. Like I said, I got a bunch of yardage. Now, I did just get a yard of everything. And this yardage I got to go with the Forest Village by Riley Blake here. There's a look at the fabrics. So whatever I do with this layer cake, of course, I've got plenty of solids, backgrounds that I can use for that. And then I got this for a border print. And this green for a binding. So I can put all of that together and make another kit. And then, let's see what else I got. Next bundle here. This is for this Between the Pages, Cotton and Joy, Riley Blake Designs. Just kind of look at all the fabrics. Some of those itty bitty prints aren't coming across on camera to show you what they look like. But I got that. Now I like it because it's blue. Now I do like the books. These are itty bitty books and stripes and different things. So whatever pattern I pick out to do with this, I have a border print, an outer border print. I think this is what I'm going to use for an inner border, and then a binding. But I could switch those, and I don't necessarily have to put an inner border in, but that's kind of what I was thinking. So those are kind of those 3 to go with that. And again, I really liked the fabric, so I got some other yardage. And once again, once I make whatever I'm going to make with that layer cake, I could switch out the yardage if I like something better, but we'll see. But I got a yard of 3 more prints for another 3-yard quilt. So this has books and glasses on it. And we have a stripe. Oh. And this is the stripe, that pink stripe, and this fabric. I really like this light fabric right here. I really like it. So that could be another 3-yard quilt. That, and the stripes. Now this yardage was not on sale. It was just yardage I bought because it went with the layer cakes and I wanted some fabric to go with it, like I said, for borders and things. Now if I didn't buy this, I could end up using solids or something else, but I bought it. All right, so I think that's the end of my shopping spree for a little bit, but never say never. You never know what might catch my eye. All right, till next time.